If you're just joining us, we are live from Lion Country Safari in West Palm Beach, Florida. We are here with Kimberly. She is our training and enrichment curator, and Renee, who is one of our wildlife team members. And this is Mo the sloth. He is a two-toed sloth. And so we're just shifting him from his night area right now. That right, Kim?
Yep, so what we're going to do is we're going to take him out and he will go into his outdoor habitat. And he'll either go ahead and he'll hang from those various branches, or he will go ahead and find a nice fork and he'll kind of rest himself up in that area. So he kind of knows to go ahead and offload from this transport stick into the tree here. Sloths are pretty lazy. They don't move very fast, as you can see. Molasses slowly moving along here. Top speed for these guys is generally only about 0.2 miles an hour, so very slow. He's just kind of waking up here as well. They do sleep about 15 hours a day.
And what is their main awake time?
It's generally going to be when it's a little cooler out. They are nocturnal, at least Linnaeus sloths are. So he's going to be more active at nighttime.
So so he's just kind of naturally going to make his way to the tree, but this is also partially a training process as well to get him to shift.
It is. So he is trained to go ahead and to get onto this stick. He will move onto it. We can go ahead and call his name. He's pretty good at kind of waking up and knowing his name. And we can also use a tapping cue, so where we can go ahead and tap on wherever it is that we want him to move to. And so we can go ahead and we can tell him to get onto that stick, and then we can bring him over here every morning. He generally really likes his stick, so as soon as he sees it, he gets excited and he kind of comes to it.
So he's kind of positively associated stick, like, oh,
Yes.
It's time to go out for the day, hang out in my trees.
You get to explore and have fun. You get nice, yummy treats. We're feeding him a little bit of cooked sweet potato for coming on out here. Now, as he's hanging here upside down, I already mentioned that they do spend their life upside down. They don't come down to the ground very often. They're very vulnerable to predators if they do go to the ground, because they can't actually stand upright or walk due to their back, the way it is designed. So they do have to spend it upside down. They only come down to the ground about once a week or so, and that's usually just to use to the bathroom, and then they'll go right back up into the tree so that they're not vulnerable to predators.
And what are some of the main threats for sloths, Kim?
Deforestation, loss of habitat is going to be a main threat for them.
And again, where are they native to?
Central America.
Okay.
They can be found as well in South America, depending on the species of sloth. There are 6 species of sloth. Some are two-toed, some are three-toed.
Now, International Sloth Day is coming up on the 20th, which is this weekend.
Yes.
And just some general conservation things or things way to help sloths. I know right now taking tourist photos with sloths in Central America and South America is sometimes pretty popular. What would you recommend as far as
things you can do back here at
sloths?
home? You can buy responsibly sourced products, things like chocolate, nuts, coffee, so that we don't have to continue the deforestation, as we lose about 1.5 acres every second of tropical forest. So these guys are quickly running out of habitat space, as well as the food that they rely on. They do eat leaves, different fruits, branches, and twigs. We also encourage people to get out to your local zoo. You can see sloths firsthand and really gain an appreciation for these fascinating animals. Here at Lion Country Safari for the month of October, in our retail, we are collecting voluntary donations where guests can contribute, and 100% of that money will be donated to the Sloth Foundation.
And then also when you're abroad, make sure to practice responsible tourism.
Yes.
And also sloths, they are very cute. You can see Mo's pretty cute, but he's not really suitable for a pet, right, Kim?
No, he is not. They generally just like to be kind of left alone and kind of go about their day. They generally are pretty solitary. They like their space. So we're feeding him a little bit of sweet potato. You might be able to see his teeth as he's chewing there. He actually has some pretty long teeth. Those are just an extension of his jaw. So it just kind of grows straight on down, and it'll continuously grow throughout his life. It's going to help him to eat those branches and leaves. Their digestion is very slow, shockingly. Slow digestion. So it's pretty slow, and sometimes it can take up to a month to digest the food that they eat.
Wow, that's a long time.
It is. So it moves very slowly through them, but that's actually a good thing, because with their diet being leaves, it's not very nutritious. So luckily their stomach has many chambers that can actually break down that food that they eat and get the nutrition out of it.
Now again, we are live from Lion Country Safari in West Palm Beach, Florida. If you haven't been out to visit us and you'd like to find out more information, you can check out our website at lioncountrysafari.com, or also call our main office at 561-793-1084. Also, while we're out here with Mo the Sloth and some of our wildlife staff members, if you do have any questions for our wildlife staff, please go ahead and send those in. We're happy to answer those for you, as Mo chews away on his sweet potato.
You guys also can notice another cool thing about sloths, other than hanging upside down. So they sleep upside down, they move upside down, they mate upside down, they give birth upside down. But if you actually look at him, his hair grows upside down. And that's actually pretty unique. As most mammals, it grows the opposite direction, but his actually grows from his belly to his back. And the reason it does that is it's going to help the rainwater drip off of it. And it also has tiny grooves in it. So right now it's a nice grayish brown color. However, when they are out in the wild, the small grooves in their hair will actually collect algae, and they're going to usually turn a grayish green coloration, and that will help them with camouflage, and that they just look like a giant clump of moss when they're hanging up in those trees.
Well, again, since they're not very fast, so they're not running away from anything.
Exactly. So they do really rely on that camouflage to help protect them.
Now we do have a guest asking what they eat.
Different types of fruits, leaves, shoots, twigs, and berries.
We have someone asking if you can snuggle them, but they're really not, again,
No.
they're really not interested in that. Again, they sleep a lot. They are very cute, but they don't really make good pets. They're not super, I would say, sort of a snuggly hands-on animal like your domesticated dog might be. But they are cute, so they're nice to visit. And again, right now he's out here. He's just been transferred from his overnight area to his day habitat. So he's able to be seen by the public, and you can see him kind of wandering around, exploring. And for an animal that's nocturnal, this is a pretty nice time to see him nice and active.
It is. So generally when he first comes out in the morning, it's still a little bit cooler and he's awake. He'll kind of make his way around this tree. We also have some ropes here that we're working with him on using as vines, so he can kind of move around between the various trees in this habitat, just so that he can get some nice exercise and move wherever it is that he wants to.
Now again, Saturday is International Sloth Day, so if you're looking for something to do, you want to check out Lion Country Safari, hang out with our animals, so to speak. We do have over 1,000 animals that we care for, Mo the Sloth being just one of those. And again, he does come out during the days from his night area where he's nice and visible in this habitat, so you can kind of get a nice view of a sloth. And again, also have it at the front of the park, and if you haven't been out to see us in a while and you'd like to come out, and you'd like to find some more information, visit our website at lioncountrysafari.com, or give us a call at 561-793-1084. And thanks so much for joining us today.